And hello there, everybody. How are you all doing today? Today we're going to the wild, wild year of 1998. We are doing 98 today, right? Megan, not we did 97. We did do
Yes.
97. Okay, just making sure. Sometimes it's hard to keep track.
I
So
mean, come
for
on, you forgot about Metal Gear and Final Fantasy?
good point. All right. So for this year, I actually did manage to find a Nintendo pre-show press briefing. I couldn't find any for any other company. So it might exist. I wouldn't be surprised if they did do one, but I could not find it. If anybody can find it or I find it later, we'll just do like a thing on it later. But for
Yeah.
now, we have Nintendo, and I think that's perfectly fine. So this is uploaded by a fellow named Retro Techno, which, yeah, pretty cool. I like the name.
Yeah, it's cool.
And yes, this is the Nintendo press briefing. So to give a little bit of info on this E3, let me just go ahead and make sure I have all my info in line and in order. So for this year, still in Atlanta, Georgia. I guess they still couldn't get the LA Convention Center. And the attendance is up to 41,000 from last year's 37. And the main presenters for this one are still Nintendo, Sega, and Sony. So, you know, they're still doing a thing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Still the three big dogs. What?
Oh, I just said, yeah,
Yeah, you know. So let me just make sure that this is unmuted. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dispose of them, they will be conspiring to devise a way to defeat you. And I'm sorry to say that in some cases they will be smarter than their human opponents. We're going to be offering a sneak preview of Perfect Dark.
A Perfect Dark.
Tomorrow morning
Oh, nice.
on the show floor.
I'm also eating a Hostess cake, so I'm sorry if you hear eating sounds. I'll try not to.
For next year. More important are the games that will be setting new standards for video gameplay this year.
Show us Zelda.
As our master of ceremonies for this parade of great
I'm sure that'll happen.
Nintendo software.
I mean, I'm assuming
I'd like to
Ocarina of
turn
Time's going to be in
things
here.
over to our Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Peter Megan. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard. Most of you over recent years and over several years have heard me say repeatedly, the name of the game in this business is unquestionably the game. And it's no more true.
Kind of live voiceover. Now, Howard tells me it's because we have so many games that we have to go over today, but I think it's because they know I just sit up here and play for long past my measly 5 minutes. Anyway, another reason it's cool that we're doing it this way this year is because I'll be able to point out some of the finer details of what you'll see on the videotapes. It's easy for me to stand up here and tell you, kind of the marketing line of.
Once again, a good mustache. What?
Yeah, it didn't even occur to me that them doing these presentations would have been on VHS tapes.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Back in the day.
The first thing Junior asked us to do when we talked to him about making this game was to make it as real as absolutely possible. Watch Bernie here hit one in the right field wall. Notice how the camera really gives you a feel for the size of the stadium. I'm especially proud for the camera work in Griffin. It's the best camera I've ever seen in a baseball game.
Yeah, it's interesting how this is like pre-show as well. So this isn't even like when E3 is going. This is like just before E3.
Yeah. I mean, from what I recall, Nintendo used to always do their own little thing before E3.
I'm not too sure. I can't really say anything for that. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know when they started that, but I just remember them doing at least a little bit of stuff, even if it was just like the Treehouse Live, like an hour of showing type thing.
So all you really have to do is just aim the circle at the square. That can be a little harder to do sometimes. Realize this is Griffey, and of course he has the biggest circle in the game. Maybe that was his personal request. Even if you can manage to connect, gotta get past the fielders.
It's interesting how Nintendo decided to start this off with a baseball game.
Of course, the game includes very realistic player attributes.
I mean, it is the summertime and it is America. They do like their baseball.
True.
For Randy, but just like reality, gets a little blooper, but he's really fast.
And who knows, maybe this was a big year for baseball.
Maybe.
Every once in a while, Randy's not perfect, so maybe Sedania's gonna get off on one here. Duty is to turn you into 5 different characters in the game. Here he's gonna turn into a little croc.
Now we got good old Banjo-Kazooie, nice.
Playing different mini games.
Yeah.
We're gonna play what we call
Classic.
Bowl. The idea there was to try and out-eat the big red guy.
Did it get delayed?
Another mini game, it's kind of Rare's take on the Ouija board.
I'm trying to think. It might have been delayed, or maybe we just saw a very early look at it.
I'll let you figure out what you have.
I mean,
Last year.
maybe, because I don't remember if they had the little development thing for Nintendo stuff. I just remember seeing it last year, and, well, I figured it was coming out, but maybe it got delayed a year.
I mean, it's possible that, like, we've reached a point in video games where it wasn't as fast as it kind of used to be to churn out a game. Maybe
Yeah.
it's maybe because I feel like video games have kind of been like that. They were kind of quicker early on, then they became a bit longer, and now they're kind of fast again.
Only because they're getting rushed out these days. Oh,
Oh, kind of true.
This time around, though, it's 30 cars on the screen at 60 frames a second.
They used to like this game. Go to F-Zero on the Nintendo.
And one of the things that's really the coolest was, when I played Super
yeah, I
NES,
never played any F-Zero games.
Sorry.
I think on this version you could have like, I don't know if it was an unlock or a code, but you could get the N64 controller as a vehicle.
Oh, that's cool.
And what was really neat is as you move the stick on the car would move.
Also, like the original F-Zero,
You know,
So it
that's
was
pretty
like
advanced for this time period, huh?
Yeah.
your car actually has a lot of ability to fly this time around. Once you launch yourself into
And I just think back to, like, Pokemon games, and everyone Sword and Shield's like, oh, they don't even match the color of your Joy-Cons, and then they fix that in Scarlet. I will say from the gameplay, it does look like it probably feels very similar to how Star Wars Episode 1 Racer felt.
Yeah. I was making Twisted Tails. I'm sorry, you're talking about your boring stuff, but this is
Twisted
more exciting.
Tails.
I'm kidding. Your stuff wasn't boring. But no, it's kind of true though. Not the boring stuff. What you're talking about.
I mean, my stuff can be boring, that's fine.
No, I didn't mean it for real. I just think it's neat that we've seen more Twisted Tales.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was... Well, I guess it makes sense if they changed the game, why they would change the name. I didn't know Twisted Tales was his original name. Or that there was a girl squirrel.
There was?
Well, there was in the thing they showed, wasn't there?
I don't recall seeing one.
Oh, okay.
Well, hold
It
on,
just
where?
looks like a brown squirrel with
Hold on,
hair.
where? That's what we were talking about before Twisted Tales. I'm sorry, I got too excited when I saw the logo.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer?
Oh
And
yeah.
how F-Zero probably plays similarly?
Yeah, I would say it's actually pretty similar. Some of that, I knew there's something I wanted to say in regards to that, because I was like, I have played both, but I couldn't remember what it was. Sorry. And then looks like I got distracted by Conquer.
If I could just move on to a game that might look a little bit younger,
I mean, that's
but
fair.
it's actually pretty revolutionary.
Because to me, this is actually a pretty big deal to me. Just because I think the whole story of Conquer is pretty cool.
Different ways to play. One of them you saw
Yeah.
last year, you see here, it's where you play as Conquer. You
And I do
play
like how he gets the hat.
definitely on par with Mario 64
Yeah,
and
he's stylish.
huge 3D
Yeah.
adventure game. Here, however, you have a second
So isn't he playing with a girl squirrel here?
No, I don't think so.
entire game is buried.
I don't know, maybe it's just the coloring.
Oh, wait. No, he did say that. He did say you can play the entire game as Barry. So this is
Yeah.
Barry then. So this is Barry before she became like a tall gray chipmunk with Big
Okay,
Booba.
okay.
It's this little pet.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right,
Big
huh?
Booba.
She can't do any attacking. She has to kind of order the pet to do the
Okay, and that's the dinosaur, because you know the dinosaur level in Conquer?
Yeah.
I guess that's where that came from. That's interesting.
Very cool. It was
That's cool.
try it out on the floor. Obviously, being an adventure game, it's got some cool stuff. This little roller coaster ride, something.
I do like how they did the typical, oh, girls can't fight, and she, like, commands monsters and
Yeah.
creatures around her.
Characters understand what's going on in the environment around them. Sometimes that means they can actually see things that you
I like the Roman helmet on him, it looks good.
That is pretty funny.
characters looking at when you play the game. Technically, this is at this day, currently the best 3D engine on the N64. Here's an example of 23 characters.
Yeah, somewhere out there, someone has the dev build of this.
And that's all happening in 5
I would assume so.
It's a little hard to notice here, but we have special surround booths on the floor, and I'd like you to step into it and get a real ear for what surround of the 64 can be all around.
I just think it looks really cool. Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
So this is before. This is right when the show's coming out, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe this Pokemon Stadium?
No, I think it's literally just for the anime.
Really? Okay, I didn't think they would do that at E3, but I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I think you're cutting out just a tiny smidge. I
Okay,
think.
sorry. I'll
It's
move my
okay.
mic a little closer. Yeah, Ash is a cheater, we know that.
Yeah.
Is to become a Pokemon master and reach his ultimate goal, the collecting of all 150 varieties of Pokemon. But that's TV, and the driving force of the mania here today seems to be the Game Boy game, where players
Oh,
can
here's
the games.
Yes, everything.
That's true. I guess they
It's just
came
coming
out.
out.
Oh.
Saga.
Well, yeah, they were out in '97, or no, it was '98 in America.
Yeah.
But the Nintendo game offers compelling and unique play value for potential Pokemon masters. For example,
I do like how they just showed a lot of the anime and none of the actual gameplay.
Well, I guess if you're trying to get across the idea, you can say, look, it has a show. You know, it has a show. It's coming to America. We have the games. This is how the tech works.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. But I guess if you really want to sell it to people, it's like, well, it has a show that's based off the game already.
I mean, clearly what they did worked, but I just find
Yeah.
it funny how they're not showing like any of the game itself.
Still, combat is the word that comes closest to describing the scene here in Japan, as millions of
Also, they're just playing the theme song on loop. It's pretty great.
It is.
of hotter than hot Pokemon merchandise.
Man.
Ah, the merchandise. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you gotta talk about the merch, right?
What has become a rallying cry for
It's like, okay, when we bring it to North America, you know, it's gonna be a big franchise.
You're gonna see them everywhere.
Yeah, he's
Catch them
right.
if you can.
It was indicated in the U.S. in September 5th, I think, 5 days a week, and 90% coverage in the nation. The Game Boy games will launch on the 29th of September. And there was a slip in my earlier comment. It will launch in Europe in 1999. But after almost 2 years in Japan, lest anybody think it started to slow down, there is a phenomenon. You're going to see a little device walking around the show on many of us. It kind of looks like some kind of very unusual, perhaps communications device. But what it is a little game called Pokemon Pikachu. Launched just 30 days ago in Japan.
Oh, so that's Pokemon Yellow.
Combination virtual
Ah, okay.
Must be.
Mini game.
They should have
Or
called it
maybe not.
Pokemon Pikachu here.
Okay, no, I'm wrong, because he's saying there's a mini game and an alarm clock in it.
Oh,
So it
maybe
must
it's like a
be something
Tamagotchi?
different. It must be like a Tamagotchi.
It kind of looks like it. I could see that. Be like, oh, you have a Tamagotchi, you raise your own Pikachu.
At the start of November, a phenomenal product. So, Pokemon.
Honestly, if I'd known about it when I was a kid, I would have been all over that.
The launch of the color product, truly going to be the biggest Game Boy year in its 10-year history. An unbelievable phenomenon in an industry that's preoccupied with the next technology.
And Nintendo really landed on a gold mine with Pokemon, dude.
Well, here it is.
They did.
1989, still roaring in 1999. But as usual in Nintendo fashion, that ain't all. And as usual, we saved the best for last, and for that, I'd like to turn it back over to Howard Lincoln.
Thank you.
I wonder if any other companies had a chance to acquire Pokemon
All that's really
before Nintendo got in.
talk about is the biggest
Yeah, I
use
don't
of
know.
Nintendo in 1998.
I've never really heard the origin and how they got Nintendo in. I guess maybe, well, when they're creating the game idea, they probably figured it would work better on a handheld system, so maybe they just went to Nintendo themselves.
Video game
Maybe.
of all time, namely The Legend of Zelda, The Ocarina of Time.
Ooh,
Yay!
I
Ocarina.
also have the special honor of introducing you to the man who is responsible
he did not understand how revolutionary this game was when he was presenting this.
Who will
True.
tomorrow night be honored as the first inductee ever in the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto.
When we get to see young Miyamoto.
Yeah, I know, right? As best as we can on this old technology.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, he looks like he's in his mid-20s.
Ah, yeah, how old would he have been at this point?
Let me see.
今日は最新のゼルダの映像なんかを紹介したいんですが、英語がダメ。全部お話します。
Well, although Mr. Miyamoto
He's 70 now.
speaking the universal language of video games,
So-
he's asked me to handle the English for him today and to read a few comments.
I mean, he was general manager of Nintendo between 1984 and 2015.
Which describe what he's attempted to create with his first 64-bit Zelda.
Yeah, I guess he would have been like in his mid-30s then.
I mean, I'd
Roughly.
say that checks out, yeah.
I first imagined the world of Link and Zelda many years ago. From the start, my goal was to make a place for players that would be very different from the real world.
It's such a good year for Nintendo, too.
In this world, players would do
Yeah, 98 was a really good year.
they had never done, and go places they had never been. Maybe these are places they dream of. Maybe these are places they are frightened to be. Of course, the Nintendo 64 lets me realize this goal better than ever before, creating more dramatic graphics and moving both the characters and the camera through 3D worlds. I hope, in fact, that you feel you become Link, that you feel his curiosity, his fear, and the danger that surrounds him. In my mind, this Zelda game is like a great adventure book that requires the combined imaginations of both the author and the reader. I hope you will have the chance to begin reading this adventure book on the show floor. But today I want to start turning some of the pages for you. I hope you will enjoy the new Zelda.
No,
You
people
are
will.
Very proud of it. Signed, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Thanks, Miyamoto.
I do find it funny seeing this boss and then just going into the boss fight and be like, oh, we're playing whack-a-mole now.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, right? Now I gotta show off Epona and the open world aspect, I see.
I mean, that's true. Because, I mean, for the most part, like, Zelda was pretty open world, especially at the time.
Yeah. Yes, for anybody wondering, the video is just out of sync. Don't worry, it's not you. It's the problem with old VHS tapes like this, I guess, right? And the
Yeah.
uploading and things can get desynced. Yeah, it'll happen. That's a different Link sound, Link voice.
Yeah, they must have recast him, I guess.
I was gonna say it's not different in the Japanese and English versions, is it? Like it's not like they would need to change the voice. Maybe that's just like a placeholder.
I was gonna say, I guess that's true. Maybe originally they were gonna dub him on the English version, but they decided against it because he was mostly just grunting, right?
I mean, maybe because like because the Link I remember sounds a lot deeper than that.
Yeah. No, he definitely isn't. He definitely doesn't go wah. So.
Yeah, they don't have the music here either.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I mean, still working production. Honestly, I'm surprised they're showing so much from like later in the game.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me too.
Because I thought they'd show off like a little bit from like the Deku Tree and like maybe a little bit about around Hyrule and then maybe stuff at the castle.
Yeah, I just want to point this out too. The bombs are a different color, I think. They're black and not blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured they'd probably show off a little bit more of like, well, the Deku Tree, like you said, especially.
Yeah. Yes, let's play the night sound so we're seeing the goddesses fly through the sky.
Link returns. I guess that's true. You gotta show off the Triforce.
That's true. It would have been really funny if they showed him flying on the chicken, though.
That would have been.
Honestly, I would be curious on what their process would be of determining what clips or what parts of the game that they would use in a trailer.
I'm serious.
Man, I'm really wondering what Twisted Tales would have been. What we got is better, but still. Yeah, I can't help but wonder. Hey, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And the plushies.
Jet Force Gemini! I love that game.
Warzone. I have that one.
Bomberman Hero. I've never seen this one. Unless that is actually Bomberman 64, but I thought the other one we saw was Bomberman 64.
Mario RPG. Yeah, I don't remember which one we saw last year.
Chopper Attack.
Yeah, some of these we saw last year, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. We
Classic.
didn't see Rogue Squadron, though.
We did not.
Mission Impossible.
A good
I
game,
like how Mission Impossible just looks like GoldenEye.
I think it was kind of like a third-person game, so like it was different.
Okay.
I will give it that.
Sure.
It was different. I have it if you ever want to play it. Oh,
Yeah.
Earthbound, man.
Earthbound.
The game that never happened.
It's a shame. I wonder if Nintendo would ever actually do a remake.
Well, see, I kind of wonder why they just called it Earthbound on the N64.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Perfect Dark. It's kind of crazy how many of these games they're showing are just from Rare.
Yeah. I mean, they were a great company.
I mean, they were. I don't know. I guess I just never quantified how many games they made in a very short period of time.
Kirby Air Ride once again. Oh, or no, that wasn't it, right? That was DK Racing. Diddy Kong
Yeah.
Racing. Good game, in my opinion, as well as Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
This is where you've got to be.
Not an actual television network, merely an amusing premise for the following.
Yeah, I like that little effect with the ripples and how it just said Nintendo of America. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Manny, baby, enough already. Listen, I've got a big-time network program scheduled to fill here, and Yeah, I know he's big, and I know the movie was big, but DiCaprio just ain't ready yet for prime time on this network.
Listen, I don't care how many other customers you've got. That Z3 Red is just so yesterday. I want the champagne and I want the saddle interior, and I want it tomorrow. You can just go do business with some geek at Microsoft.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, listen to me.
Oh.
You can come back on the horn and get me Nicholson. Get me Nicholson for that new boss role, and then maybe we can talk. Yeah, Manny, you got it. Goodbye, goodbye.
Man, don't these people know who we are? I mean, the negative energy, the bad vibes.
Hey, look, George. Relax a little bit. Relax. It's a beautiful morning here in sunny California. I mean, the smog, it's positively glowing. And let's face it, I mean, nobody ever said that life was going to be easy at the top. But don't forget this, that's exactly where we are, right on top of the world. I mean, just stop and think for a minute. We took all 5 top hits on the charts last year. I mean, nobody can take that from us. We are masters of the universe, pal.
Yeah, well, since when the Masters of the Universe still answer to the bean counters? Aren't you forgetting about Happy Howard's closed circuit feed to the affiliates?
Jeez, I almost forgot. Let's get it on. Hey, let's have a look at it. What's going on here?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our annual little satellite get-together. Those of you who study the ratings know that we here at the Nintendo Network pulled off a pretty impressive feat last year. In the middle of a booming market, we substantially grew our own market share. Independent studies now estimate video game entertainment as a $15 billion business worldwide. And projected to
95
grow
was only
over
$5 billion.
$6 billion in the United States alone in the next year.
Yeah.
Console gaming in America grew an astounding 52% in 1997 to set an all-time record. And it happened at the same time the PC guys were growing their business as well. A lot of experts thought this could never happen. One side of interactive entertainment could rise only if the other fell. Not so.
Yeah, it's definitely
The fact of the
not
matter
how it
is
works.
that interactive entertainment as a whole
Generally
is
not.
stealing eyeball share from rival
Not if you have
games.
something that's compelling enough
This
for
year,
people anyway.
we on the console
Yeah.
side will set another sales record. That's because the so-called next generation cycle is bigger than anything that's come before, and we're not even at the halfway point yet in terms of total sell-through. Veteran Wall Street observers see this current year as the peak for next generation hardware, building to an eventual total installed base of some 45 million homes in the United States alone. That easily eclipses either the 8-bit or 16-bit generations. And the even more profitable software curve won't top out until next year or the year after, again generating record total unit sales, about 350
That's a lot of games.
million games before
It
we're
is.
all through. This is truly the mother lode. These games are the mechanism that will keep expanding the interactive entertainment market. Here at the Nintendo Network, our share of this booming industry grew as well. While we ended 1996, we took more than half of everything, 54% of all U.S. video game sales. The result was our best set of financial numbers in recent memory, and everybody entered the new year feeling pretty good. Well, maybe too good, because what's happened since then hasn't been pretty. You've seen the overnight reports starting in January, and you folks out there know that the new guys on the block are on a winning streak. They've got a little momentum going, and we here at the Nintendo Network have some catching up to do.
The new guys on the block. I wonder who that would be.
While the industry overall has
Sony?
seen explosive growth
Would
in the
Sony
number
still
of
technically
game
be the new
players
guys
on
on the
the
block? I wonder
game
who they mean by that.
we haven't attracted enough of them.
I mean, it's probably most likely
In
Sony just because
retrospect,
they're
this shouldn't
only
have
like
been
3
much of a
years from the
surprise here at
PlayStation
the
coming
Nintendo
out, right?
Entertainment
Yeah.
Network.
I mean, they
After all,
teased
when
Microsoft, so
Mario
maybe
made his
Microsoft had
debut
announced at
in
this
prime
point that they were
time
working
in
on a
the
game console, but
no
I
one
don't
aged
think they did an
25
actual
knew who he
reveal
was,
until after
or for
2000,
that
but I'm
matter,
not
cared.
sure.
Yeah, I don't believe they
Today's
did.
25-year-olds are the same people who first embraced Mario when they were 10 or 12 years old, and their attraction to great games hasn't waned a bit. We need to convince them that this is still the place to be. Secondly, while we've maintained our leadership position at the top of the hit charts, We simply haven't had enough releases coming out of program development to adequately fill our schedule. And hey, as a result, it's no secret that we've lost momentum in the first half of this year. But you know, there isn't anything new about this kind of situation. In this business, market shares are never stable. And today's hero is tomorrow's goat. You remember how we took a couple of blows on the chin from those hedgehog guys back in 93 and 94? Many of you said we took too long to get up off the mat. But when we did, we flattened them. As I recall, some crazy game called
Wow, rude.
Donkey Kong Country helped turn out their lights.
Man,
Well, this time we're not
Nintendo really throwing hands.
Today is the start of instant replay.
I mean, they were doing that a lot
Gloves
until
off.
like
We're ready to
the.
start throwing some haymakers.
Honestly, it would have been, I
It
guess,
all
the
starts with
7th gen, like
because
PS3, Xbox,
people
the
give
360.
the players the games they really want,
And even then, there's
will
still kind of a
ultimately
rivalry.
win the lion's share of the profits. It's that simple. I know you've heard me repeat this quality mantra for several meetings in a row now, but hey, Mr. Arakawa and I still believe in it. We believe in it fervently because it works. But we know that product alone is not enough. We're ready to start reclaiming the initiative on every front as well. We'll do that first by leveraging our...
Oh, great, here we go again. Same thing every year.
Yes.
He makes a promise.
He had no interest in recording that, I see.
Apparently not.
Jesus, Georgie, I'm telling you, we've stepped deep into it this time. I mean, those guys over at Sony aren't messing around. We just come off a year when we gave them Diddy Kong Racing and Star Fox and GoldenEye. And how the heck can that guy get up there and even promise a repeat of that, much less an improvement? I think Howard's Prozac is worn off again. Talk to me, Zelda.
Mr. Main, I have Madam Kwan here for your 10 o'clock shiatsu
No.
massage.
There's no time for that now. Forget about my back. I gotta start worrying about my backside. George, you got anything for me? What are we gonna do here?
Relax, Commander. Let's take this one step at a time. Now, we've already got a full schedule of pitches today, so maybe something will turn up.
Yeah, maybe, but sports. We gotta start with sports. We gotta do something new in that area. I mean, if we don't get heavy in that day part, I'm gonna be back repping Roseanne.
As a matter of fact, I just might have something here for us. You know, I was at the game last night and I ran into Boom Boom Baranski.
Yeah?
He gave me this tape and he said, if you want into sports, you want these guys.
Yeah, who are they?
Well, I don't know, but Boom Boom was right about one thing.
They're handing over the
Here's one
VHS.
factor. You have an opinion, you don't need a brain.
Well, you had that right. Let's have a look at it.
Look.
You know, I guess this year might have been the first year where they actually did like a little skit.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, obviously we can't confirm that because we weren't able to find the last couple of years' presentations, but
But it's possible.
yeah.
I was showing off a bit of the Nintendo area, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn down the switch. Okay, and I guess that is it for the Nintendo pre-show. But I have a couple of these. I have a couple of trade show videos which will show us the show floor, I believe, which is always fun and exciting, right?
Yeah.
So I have two of these. So I'm going to actually, because I think they're both worth watching, actually, from what I've seen. So I'm going to split them up into two parts. We'll start with this one. We'll start with this one. That way it's not like, you know, too long of a video. If I did the other one, it'd be like, well, a while. If I do it with this one, then it won't be quite as long. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and we'll do this one. 2x speed, as is tradition.
Yeah, until we see something fun.
Until we see some, well, we'll see a lot of fun stuff, Megan.
I know.
But
Okay, I guess more
know what you mean.
accurately, something you want to slow down for.
Okay, fair. Gamers. Point. Yeah, so this is like oh, I didn't actually say who this is from. So this is some kind of Gamers Point VHS video, trade show video up on the E3 show floor. Once again by old E3 VHS videos. We went to them before for the last show floor, I think.
Yeah.
MS-DOS. Oh boy.
Game Boy. Microsoft Windows compatible.
So I guess at this point, PCs had enough of a presence to be like, okay, well, they're a part of this.
Yeah.
Which might be why he mentioned Microsoft in the pre-show.
Probably.
Because yeah, I don't think they would have announced the console until like, because the Xbox came out when, in 2001?
I think it was 2001, yeah.
So it probably would have been announced like maybe 99 if we're being like super early. 2000 probably realistically, right?
Probably.
But I could see them doing it in 99 just to be like, hey, we're throwing our hat into the ring. Just give us like 2 years, you know? Here you have the outside of the convention center. This is always fun to see because it's such an interesting time capsule, you know?
It is.
NASCAR, nice. Oh, that's I don't know whose car that is, but I do know of that car. Jeff Jarrett or Gordon? Jeff Gordon, maybe. I used to watch some NASCAR. Okay, hold on. It's a lady. It's a lady talking about stuff. This might be interesting. And a dude in like a VR chair. Whoa, the Pentium 2. Damn, dude. Blue. It's Blue's Clues. Man, they got like proper cars here. I mean, they have the Batmobile on 95, but they're bringing in like full on like F1 and NASCAR cars.
Yeah.
Not as cool as the Batmobile, I guess, but you know.
No.
Oh, it's Croc again.
I mean, they did spend the money on the balloon. I guess they might as well use it.
I mean, that is true. Was Croc 2 ever a thing? I think it might have been.
I want to say yes, but I don't know when it came out.
That was the thing. It came out 99.
Okay. So I guess we'll have to keep an eye out and see if we see it.
Yeah. We're wrestling. Bret Hart in the upper left. Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart. I don't know who the last guy was. A Triple H? Oh, was that? Oh, I thought that was I mean, I thought it said Neidhart. Maybe it was Triple H.
Maybe.
Back when he had his pants. Also Rocky before he became The Rock, you know. Go and do a trick. Do a trick. Do a trick. Okay, he tried. He tried to do a trick. What game's this?
I don't know.
Okay, so got Rush 2. Yeah, I find it interesting how they changed the logo a little bit, because like it's a different shield.
Oh, is it? I
Yeah.
didn't even notice that.
Yeah, here, I'll go back. Yeah, see? Wait.
Oh yeah, okay. They must
Yeah,
have
'cause it's-
redesigned the shield.
Yeah, because it's not the Hylian shield anymore. It's kind of a more retro looking shield. A bit more stylized, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I kind of wonder why they did that. Maybe just because you don't use that shield in the game. So they're like, well, we'll have it be the main shield that you use in the game, right?
Well, yeah, and I assume they designed the Hylian shield to contrast with Link's armor with the green, right?
Well, his tunic, yes.
Well, yes, that's what I meant.
I mean, if you want to call it tunic armor, I mean, I'm not going to tell you no, but...
I mean, it's fine. It's video game armor.
It's true, it's video game armor. What music is this?
I assume that's just the Kakariko music, is it not? No.
No, it's music from like a different booth, I think. Banjo.
Yeah.
It's banjo music.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like Zelda music, it sounds like banjo. I just want to like be extra sure. I'm pretty sure it's
See, I
banjo,
didn't
yeah.
know it was banjo, but it looked, or it sounded very, like, carnival-y.
Yeah, banjo. Here. Assuming we can actually hear like banjo music here now, you can probably hear. Not really. It's drowned out by other stuff. Oh, banjo
yeah.
music is great. Okay, I need to get you to play banjo at some point.
I mean, yeah, I will.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have a copy of that. Do I?
I mean, if you don't, it's on the Switch Online, is it not?
Oh, I think it is, yeah. Ah, Twisted Tales. Yeah. 4-player.
Multiplayer, I wonder if this is similar to the multiplayer they ended up coming out with later for Donkey Kong 64.
Maybe. Also, Megan, I think you're
It
cutting out
looks pretty
slightly.
similar.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, I don't know why I'm cutting out.
I don't know why either. This is sounded like you were, or you're getting like a little bit quieter for some reason. That's a rupee. That's cool. I was like, I get
okay.
that now.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I'm a little slow, okay?
But anyway, I'll get you to play banjo, one way or another.
Yeah.
On the Game Boy with Wario.
Ah.
Oh, Game Boy Color. That's when the Game Boy Color came out.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. Because wasn't Pokemon Yellow bundled as like a launch game for the Game Boy Color?
I don't know. Because they're showing off Pokemon here, and if they're also showing off the Game Boy Color, I don't assume they came out at the same time. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn that they came out together as like a launch title, but maybe it was just like a special edition that came out when Yellow came out.
So according to this, came out 99, October 18th, 99 in North America, in the Game Boy Color. Came out... If I can find it. Bomberman
Bomberman.
64! Or whatever they call it, Hero.
Bomberman Heroes.
So the Game Boy Color came out November 19th, 98 in America. So it came out a year earlier than Yellow.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a launch thing, it was just a bundle.
They
That
probably
makes
made a
sense.
bundle with it, yeah. Mission Impossible. I remember this level. I'm pretty sure this is Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
just throw the card.
Back before Tom Cruise. Load Runner. Do I recall this one? That's magic music, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't
What?
remember seeing this before, but this looks interesting.
It does. Witrix.
Oh, it's like a 3D Tetris game. Okay.
Well,
It's
fire.
kind of cool.
Water. I put water down. PlayStation. They're like, we want to know. We want people to know exactly where we are.
Oh, Crash 3.
Yeah. Man, they've been pumping us about Spyro.
Pyro!
Oh, what's that? Was that sparks flying around it? That's kind of cool.
That is really cool.
Medieval.
Nice.
This isn't Medieval 2, right? I did just say Medieval, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we did see a pretty early build last year.
We did. It was like 50% done.
Yeah. Fifth Element. I played this game too, actually. I don't recall it being great. But I also don't remember Spice! Yo, let's go. I do remember this game.
Oh.
I think I did play it. Okay, this one seems weird. What's the groove? Ah, nice.
Dead or Alive.
Aged no data. Cool Borders. Oh, I forgot Cool Borders was a thing.
Yeah, it was pretty popular. I remember playing some Cool Borders 2 and 3. I don't know if we ever played the first one.
Oh, do a trick. Tamba! I
Tamba!
love Tamba. I want to own Tamba so bad, Megan. It's just so expensive.
It is very expensive, yeah.
Like it's not the most expensive game that I've seen, but it's you know, like I wouldn't just throw money at it unless I knew I could, right?
Yeah.
But I really want to own Tamba someday. That and Tamba 2. I love both Tambas.
Yeah, I never really played them. I think we had a jam pack disc that had a demo I remember playing, but that was pretty much it.
Well, I think part of it is it might have been, I don't know for sure, the first game I played that had like animated cartoon cutscenes, right? And to me, I was like, whoa, it's like I'm watching a show, but it's a video game. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Hot Shots Golf.
I never played most Hot Shot games, but I know they were very popular for a long time.
Parasite Eve. Great game. But did say Parasite Eve, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, great game. Love it. I hope, I'm pretty sure I have a copy around here somewhere. Oh, is that Musashi?
I think that was Great Prince of Musashi. We didn't get to see the game, man. I want to get that one day, too.
Megan, fix your mic.
I don't know.
Just talk louder. Maybe it's not picking up your voice enough. To be fair,
Okay.
it might actually be Discord cutting you out because maybe Like I say, your voice can be really soft, so maybe Discord's having trouble picking it up sometimes. I'm not too sure.
Maybe.
Sensitivity wise, I mean, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know why else you'd be going like hot shot skull. I'm kidding. It wasn't that bad. They was only doing it a little bit.
I mean, I would hope if it's that bad, you'd stop and be like, hey, fix your shit.
I mean, I would. I'd probably pause it and be like, Megan, sort your shit out. And also to make sure you're like also louder than the actual video that we're watching, right?
Yeah.
So I could edit it later, but I'd also rather not if I can be lazy.
Let's go with the logo for the Washington Redskins, huh?
Those are the Cleveland Indians. Excuse you.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was another one.
No, yeah, it's
like okay.
Yeah, it's a baseball team. They've since changed their name and logo, I believe, because their logo honestly did look pretty bad.
I mean, just looking at that, I'm like, yeah, that looks like extremely racist.
Yeah. A Twisted Metal clone? Or is this Twisted Metal?
The gun sound effects, because they're sped up, kind of sound like the laser bolts of Star Wars.
Pew, 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 pew. A little bit.
It reminds me of Jedi Starfighter. I know that hasn't come out yet, but... Vroom vroom.
Woo! Squeaks! Trap Gunner. I don't know what this one is.
I've never seen this one either. Oh.
Huh. That's interesting. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash. Good game. It's probably my most played Crash game.
Probably same. Yeah, I do like how they're like Crash 1, success. Do one every year. Do Crash 2 and 3 now. Make sure it gets out.
Metal Gear.
Is that before they added Solid to it?
I guess, yeah.
Hold on, I want to see that. Yeah, there's no Solid. Huh. That's weird. I guess maybe they didn't have that at the time.
Yeah, they must have wanted to differentiate it from the older games, so they added the Solid later.
Maybe.
I thought he was gonna fluff him like I was doing when I was playing the game.
It's okay, you did your best when you played.
I just wanted to run up and sneak attack people, and if you're not standing like perfectly still in that game, you flip them over and then they run after small soldiers. I remember playing this demo a lot. This game was fun.
Hey, hold on. I'm just gonna pause it for a second, just because Megan, I think you need to figure something out. Look, it's not bad. You're discernible. It's just sometimes it's very, very inconsistent because you'll sound very far away and then you'll sound like really up close. I'm not too sure why. Just if you could check. I'll pause the recorder here just so no one else to listen to us do tech difficulties. Okay, potentially have it fixed. I'll have to wait and see. So what were you saying about this game? I'll go back.
Oh, it's just small soldiers. I played the demo of the game a lot. It was a lot of fun. I think we rented it a couple times too.
See, I didn't even know it had a game.
Yeah. Although, you just got me curious. I wonder how much it goes for.
Why are you thinking of adding it to the collection?
I mean, maybe, as long as it's not super expensive.
But yeah, if you do want to, like I said, I'll add it to my list too, just to make sure that we have it, and then we can go see if anybody has it. Scars. Oh boy. I believe this is the game that I bought recently because Spike liked it, I think. Well, I say recently, I bought it a long time ago, probably like a year and a half ago now, but I did buy it. And I did stream it once on his birthday, like a couple of years ago, I think.
Okay.
Because he said it was one of his like childhood games. And it's pretty fun. It's a hard little kart racer. I like it.
Okay.
I would want to get better at
name?
it if I'm gonna play it again, mind you. But I would like to. I did buy it with the intention that I'm probably gonna stream it more at some point, eventually. Yeah. When I'm able to get around to it. You know how it is, Megan. The life of like a stream person. Yeah. Taifu. I like her just a tiger and knows kung fu.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
This game seems interesting. This game seems
It
quite
does.
interesting. Hey, Warzone. Gold Dust. What game is this? Cyberdeck?
Cyberdeck? Okay.
Huh.
Never heard of this one.
Me neither. Some kind of weird snowboarding game with like things that follow you. This is interesting.
I mean, it definitely seems very unique.
The unholy war. Look at them go. This is indeed the most unholy of wars. Tekken 3. Not a rally racing game, huh? Mega Man Legends. Oh, favorite of mine, dude. I want to get this one too. On the PS1, of course.
Yeah. Devil
Dice.
Dice.
I think I remember playing this one too. Akuji.
I've never seen this game.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's get ready to rumble. Oh.
Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Man, never saw this one.
Would it get canceled?
I think so. Let me see. Time to Kill. Oh no, I guess it did come out. I don't recall this one. No, it came out in 98. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought we didn't see that one. Actually, I don't know about that Duke Nukem game. I'm gonna need to buy it at some point.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too expensive.
I mean, I'll pay anything for Duke Nukem again. I paid full price for Duke Nukem Forever, knowing it was gonna be bad. I just wanted it on launch. Well, mostly get a pre-order bonus, which is a little mini bust of Duke Nukem. Look, I will spend money for the meme if I need to. That's how I is. Rugrats. You know what? I remember liking these games. There are various Rugrats games. I'm not gonna lie. I was a big Rugrats fan when I was a kid, though.
Yeah, I like the show a lot too. I just never played the games.
Big Air. A lot of snowboarding games. I guess this is when snowboarding became like more mainstream and like super cool, right?
Yeah.
Eternal Gearbot. Is that what it said?
I think so.
Oh, it's a shooter? Is it an on-rail shooter?
It looks like it might be on rails.
It looks like you have some control, maybe?
Yeah.
No, it might still be on rail, actually. Just because the movement is still very stilted. It's just a more... tiny tank, cute. It's just a more cinematic on-rail shooter, I guess. Look at it, it's so tiny. Yeah, I like how we're entering the era of like more open world style games like Ocarina of Time and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. But yet, side-scrolling games still have a place, you know?
Yeah, they do.
They're just a bit more fancy. Irene Monk. Burning Rangers, dude. Now a classic is Burning Rangers. Burning. A lot of people probably know this more from the Sega All Stars Racing Transformed, I think, because I think they had a Burning Rangers themed level. Oh, House of the Dead. Classic, dude. I want to play this on stream at some point. I just need to get MAME working. Well, working properly for me.
Yeah.
Burning Rangers go. That's something I remember from the level, at least. Ah, see, this is Silicon Valley, right? So remember when we saw Silicon Valley before, like last year?
Yeah.
So I guess this is when they changed it, because now we're on Space Station Silicon Valley. So they added the space station part, and as you can see, it looks fairly different, right?
Okay.
Because now you're a little computer chip that can like hop inside of robotic animals and control them. But
That's
you have
pretty
to,
cool.
but you have to kill them first before you can do that.
Oh.
It's a fun game. It's really cool. I don't think it was really all that well received, because it had some boring like on-rail shooter levels that were honestly really shitty and weren't good. But the other levels where you could roam around and become any animal, I thought that was fun. It had
that's not fun.
Yeah, like it had some bad gameplay too, but for the most part, I think it was very unique and fun. Because I remember you could like get inside of this helicopter bunny, and you could drop bombs on other animals, and I just thought it was really fun when I was a kid. Because at the time, I didn't really experience that many games where I could like walk around on the ground and also fly.
Yeah.
So to me, it was very novel.
That's
Another
fair.
classic, Heart of Darkness. I would love to buy Heart of Darkness sometime too. But yeah, very novel for me at the time. Off-road challenge. Wee. Man, this is indeed off-road. Well, now it's a lie. Now we're on a road. Not as much of a challenge anymore. There we go. Auto reverse.
Okay, that's funny.
See, See, I used to play a lot of Biofreaks as well. I never played the one on PlayStation, but I do have the one on N64. I think the one on PlayStation is considered better.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't remember what the whole deal is. I just know it's like the future and you have all these mutants and stuff. And it's a fighting game. I love Mortal Kombat. Yeah, and you could like cut off limbs and stuff. It's really weird and really grotesque. And you had a guy who had gun arms like that. And you had Zipper Head who just literally had a zipper on his head. And like a gun, like they all had guns. Like they all had a ranged weapon as well as like Mortal Kombat style fighting. So I don't know, really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like, why play Biofreaks and you can play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? That's really kind of the only problem with it, you know? It wasn't good enough to stand out. But it wasn't really terrible from what I recall. Micro Machines.
Oh, nice.
Gex 64. We saw this last year too.
We did.
But I think it was just called Gex.
Yeah, we might have seen the PlayStation version of the game.
Did it have
I
one?
think they are at least a little bit different. I think so. At least I'm pretty sure it did. I got the trees just dancing.
Yeah. No, you're right. It was on PlayStation. No, it was just called Gex Enter the Gecko. Okay, I stand corrected. So I'd love to play Gex as well. I guess on the PlayStation, probably be a little bit better.
Yeah, I would like to play it on PlayStation as well.
Because no offense to Nintendo, no offense to the N64. I love the N64. Oh, Bug's Life. Oh, boy. Oh. But, I feel like if it's on both of them at the time, I'd probably rather play it on PlayStation. Another classic Aliens vs. Predator. There's Croc too.
Yay!
See, I kind of feel bad for Croc too. I feel like it might not have been like, well, Croc in general, I guess. It might not have been like a super great game, but even if it were just like a good game, you're going up against Crash and you're going, like Crash especially, right? And then later Spyro, like it didn't stand a chance. You know, like that's kind of the problem with a game like that. Because once again, like with Biofreaks, it's like, well, yeah, I could play Croc, or I could just go play Crash. You know, what's the better option? You go play Crash, you know? Because I feel like, to a degree, at this point in time in the video game sphere, it's like if you had a character like Croc, you wanted to try to make them Diablo 2, nice.
Nice.
You wanted to try to kind of make them a bit like the mascot for the console, because this is back during the era of like a true mascot, like for companies and consoles and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really feel like you have that anymore necessarily, besides Mario and Nintendo. But, like, you don't really see Master Chief being the Microsoft mascot anymore. And I don't know what Sony would have nowadays, you know?
I know for a while they were trying to turn Sackboy into a mascot.
That's true.
And I mean, you got stuff like Cole from Infamous or like Nathan Drake. But yeah, they don't really have like a typical mascot these days.
Yeah, like I feel like mascots for consoles are just not really a thing anymore. Like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like besides Mario, that's just not really a thing anymore because you don't really need it. Yeah, you don't need it anymore. No. Like back then it was like, whoa Mario, whoa Crash, whoa Spyro. You know?
Yeah.
Motocross Madness, sick. But yeah, it's kind of the problem with a game like Croc. It's like if you're not the mascot of the company, but you know you have a character like Croc, when you go into Bin's Crash, you're not gonna win. Oh, Age of Empires 2.
Oh, nice.
Age of Kings? Is this the expansion? I'm not too sure. But I love
Might
Age of
be the
Empires 2.
expansion.
Boy. I played a lot of Age of Empires 2 growing up. Had such a cool intro too. Such a cool intro to the game. And weirdly dark.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I'll need to show it to you at some point.
Yeah, okay.
To give like a brief synopsis, it's like shows two kings, I think, playing chess. And like with each move, it shows like, I don't know, like a knight charging into another knight or something like that. Something that like what you could represent in like Age of Empires, right?
Yeah.
And then by the end, one of them wins, and he like knocks over his piece, saying like, "Oh yeah, you checkmated me," and then just cuts to like a ruined castle and everything. And like I think a prince is like just looking really sad. It's weirdly dark. Anyway, I'll show it to you later. But also Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Let's go. I love Silent Hill. Scary as hell. I don't know if it'd be scary as hell. See, I feel like Silent Hill is kind of the opposite of Resident Evil. Where Resident Evil to me isn't really scary anymore, the older games. Silent Hill, I think, would still scare me.
Interesting.
You know, just because it has that vibe to it.
Yeah.
Because Resident Evil is all about, oh, look at the scary thing coming at you. But Silent Hill is like, it's really dark and foggy, and you're hearing a really creepy sound. Something might be out there. You know? Which I think is just automatically more scary, you know?
Yeah, generally.
And then you have like something actually come out of the darkness and the shadow, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, like I don't know. Silent Hill to me is still probably really scary. I actually want to go and get my disc repaired. I think it's fine, but I want to get some of the scratches removed. I'm just kind of waiting on Megan to look at some of her discs so we can maybe go and bulk them up and take them down together and get a bit of a discount.
I know.
She has taken a little bit, mind you, she's forgetting, which is okay. Slips some mind every now and again too. But yeah, because I would love to play that on stream. I actually want to do that soon before Silent Hill 2 remake comes out. Because as of right now, it's not out yet. I don't know if they have a release date for it though. I'm not too sure. So like, granted, I have time probably, but.
Yeah, I don't think they've announced a release date for you. We haven't seen anything aside from that initial trailer.
Yeah. And currently I'm still doing my playthrough of the Resident Evil series, but maybe I'll do Silent Hill not too long after. So I don't know, Silent Hill is generally really good. Fallen hard times, of course, but generally really good. God, I forgot how good Heart of Darkness looked.
It's pretty cool.
It is, dude. It's so good. Game gave me absolute nightmares when I was younger and I played it, dude. Cause like it's fucked up. Like I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the game, like a literal like giant bear creature like chases after you if you're not fast enough. Literally right as you start the game, and it like kills you. It's really scary. And then like you have those shadow creatures which will literally pounce on you and like tear your character to pieces, and he's just a kid, you know? It's really messed up, dude.
Yeah. Also, we got Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
We do. I remember this game. I remember this game quite a lot. I think it has a sequel too. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Iggy.
But yeah, Iggy's Wrecking Balls. The scene pretty fun. I did play it. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I played it much. Road Rash, nice. Road Rash, the classic. Yeah, I might need to show you the opening to Heart of Darkness as well at some point. Hell, maybe before you go to bed tonight.
Maybe.
I'll give you some
we got an
nightmares.
Ultima.
Which Ultima?
I'm not sure. Something Ascension?
The Ultima Ascension. I don't know which one that
Okay.
would be.
I don't know either, but it looks cool.
Yep, might get me some hate. I've never played an Ultima game.
Neither have I.
I probably should. But I feel like if you do play an Ultima game, though, you actually do need to go back to the beginning. Because I'm pretty sure they're all connected to some degree. Huh, interesting. Oh, LAPD. Man, look at the future at 2100.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know this game. I played this game a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could be like in a robot mech and you can go into like a hovercraft or something. And your whole thing is like, it's the future and the cops are just allowed to kill pretty much anybody that's causing issues, I think. I think that's the idea.
Oh, okay.
Because crime is just so rampant. So they literally have an officer like in a mech. And he's just like, it's just like, yeah, you know, you see those baddies, just go and kill them. Yeah, we don't have time for that shit in LA anymore of arresting people. I think that's the plot. I don't really remember. No, I haven't played that game in years. Maybe that's a game I should get to. Oh, is this the Jurassic Park game that never came out? Or that did come out and was like really bad?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it might be. I think this game right here had a pretty deep AI system, I think. I just don't think the game worked really well. Because I think the dinosaurs actually did act on some sort of instinct, I think.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think the gameplay was really bad, or the AI had little bugs with it. I don't quite recall. I did see a video on it a while back. Maybe I'll see if I can find it and maybe show that to you as well. Sorry, Megan, I'm finding all these things I need to show you.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just fun, right? I like sharing my stuff with you.
I mean, it is fun.
It's fun and enjoyable. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Superman 64. If only they knew. Maybe they did. Who knows? Maybe the people who are playing this are like, what the hell am I doing? I do like how they're not showing like the one with the car or the opening level. Maybe they did. Or maybe this is just the level I wanted to show off because the most things happened here.
Probably.
Because yeah, believe it or not, Superman 64 more than just flying through rings.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the game. I've heard the tales that it's literally just flying through rings, but it's cool to know there's more.
Okay, I see we didn't completely fix Megan's issue. That's fine. When I paused the video, you got better.
Oh.
I don't know why. That's weird. So what was that about flying through rings?
Oh, it's just, I didn't know much about Superman 64. I just heard about the flying through rings.
Yeah. You heard about flying through rings. Gotcha. No, it's just funny. It's just weird because like when I paused, you seem to get better. I don't know why. Is my quality too high? I don't think it would be. On Discord, I mean. Like, you're probably fine. Megan?
Probably.
You're probably fine enough. Dude, unreal. And if you're not, like, so I'll pause the video and I'll be like, Megan, again, get your shit together. I don't know, Megan, maybe I should just get you a mic like the one I have. It's pretty nice. Can be in front of your face. You don't gotta hold it and it's not on your head.
I like it on my head.
What was that? I couldn't quite hear you. Over the
like
poor quality of your mic.
Head.
You like it on your head? Gotcha. Gotcha. Hot dog mobile. That's funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know, Megan. We might need to look into why it's doing that for you occasionally. Because it was fine up until today.
Yeah, okay.
On this specific moment where I'd rather your audio be nice and clear. But, I don't know. We might need to look into that just a little bit. Has that ever happened with me? Like, I'm just kind of curious.
No, I haven't noticed anything like that.
Okay. So I just find it really weird because sometimes you are really hard to understand. Or like I need to strain a little bit to try and hear you. I think it's this Discord. To be honest, I think it's a Discord thing.
Most likely.
I think there's something about how it's just picking up your mic. Ah, Beavis and Butthead in Hollywood. Nice. Megan, have you tried turning your mic off and on? Well, headset, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was thinking about it as we were watching this, and I'm like, wait a second. Did she turn it off and on again? That usually fixes all of my problems.
Generally.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't for me sometimes, but we won't talk about that because there's no need. Invasion from Beyond. You know, a lot of games I'm not familiar with. Yeah. Asteroids. So, an asteroid upgrade? Huh.
I guess they did a remake of it?
I suppose. Huh. That's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, why not, right? Tenchu. He's like, how open door? Oh, climb over? Jump over? Nah, I'm just gonna leave.
Yep.
Work in progress. I wonder if this game ever came out. I don't know enough about X-Men fighting games to be able to tell you. Shadow Man. I remember Shadow Man too. I don't recall there being a heretic too.
Yeah, I've never heard of this game either.
Quick too. Nice. Classic. Armored Core.
Yeah, I guess so.
Heavy Gear too. Okay, maybe it was, I guess maybe it wasn't an Armored Core thing.
And for
It's interesting. Yeah, a lot of bike related games too, I'm noticing.
yeah, seems like it. Oh. Wow, he lives.
He did. I mean, Megan's a racing game. I don't think you would die at it.
I know, but just the way he tumbled, man.
Was this thrill kill?
Yeah. I believe I saw this in a Catacris video way back when.
Okay, we're just gonna take a moment while we sort out Megan's bike really fast. Okay, so we're not really too sure why Megan's bike was doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I'm not too sure. I don't understand. It doesn't seem like it's something on my end. Doesn't really seem like it's something on hers. So I don't know. I am confused, but that is really about it. Okay, so we shall continue then. And if it happens more, we'll sort it out somehow. Oh, what were you talking about though before? Like when you mentioned a thing, we're talking about thrill kill.
Yeah, I just mentioned that I think I heard about this game from a Catacris video.
Okay, so that came out nice and clear, and you also sounded louder, which is potentially beneficial. So I know nothing about thrill kill, but it looks neat.
It's like a very clunky fighting game. Doesn't have a lot of content from what I remember.
It doesn't have a lot of content from what you remember.
Yeah, and then it was a game that was like basically finished and then it got canceled. I don't think it got a proper release.
Okay, just so you know, I could not hear that.
No, I think what I remember, the game was like basically finished and then it got canceled.
Okay, we are. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm sorry, Megan. I want people to be able to understand you. I will be 1 second again. I apologize. Okay, now maybe everything's fine. I showed Megan the video footage just so she knows how she sounds to me, and I had a good laugh when I could just hear her silence as she was listening to that sound. It's not frustrating me. I find it more funny, but I just feel bad by having to go, Megan, something's going on. We need to pause. I feel bad, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, I know, and I get that. Like, you need to be able to understand me. Hopefully that's better.
Hopefully. She did restart her PC, so we'll see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. We're doing this live, not for you, but for us.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying about thrill kill that I could not understand?
Okay. So I heard it's a pretty clunky fighting game, and this game was basically like 95% complete when it got canceled, so it never officially got a release.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Now I think about it. I think I heard about that too, actually. Because wasn't it like really weird and like oddly like super violent and sexual?
Yeah,
Like,
it was
even
like
more so?
super gory and violent, so I think they canceled it because they couldn't get the game out with a mature rating. I think it had to get upgraded to adults only.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I remember hearing about that now. And I think someone actually does have like the ROM out there, I think. I think somehow the ROM was found. I'm not really too sure. I just think I remember someone playing it and me watching a video of it.
I don't know, maybe you watched the same Catacris video I did.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's possible. I haven't really... I like Catacris, but I haven't really watched a lot of his stuff in a long time, so maybe we should do that sometime.
I haven't either.
All right, so let us continue now. Now that I could understand you through that whole thing, though. It was amazing. Holy God. Yeah, I feel like even by today's standard, this would be like really, really violent. Like a bit too violent, maybe.
Well, maybe a little bit, yeah. Like he's literally eating the guy's leg.
Yeah, and he did the racist Indian motions. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, yeah, just a little bit too violent. They were going for Mortal Kombat, and they went for like Mortal Kombat times 10.
Yeah.
And I'm not someone that sees violence in a video game and goes, "Oh man, it's like too violent." But looking at this, okay, that's kind of funny. But looking at this for the most part, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty violent.
Yeah, I almost feel like there's too much gore, because even when they're hitting each other, there's like so much blood splatter.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny they had like a sexy maid character though.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. With the cattle prod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the game can just be a little like violent, because I don't know. It seems like it's being like violent and kind of bloody and messed up just for the sake of it, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't really care about that. I'll play violent video games, and I like how I always have, and I have no problem with it at all. But like I look at that and I'm like, yeah, they kind of went like all in on that, and it's a little much.
It is. Man and Conquer Tiberian Sun.
Whoa. I have this guy doing like some talking. Let's see what he has to say.
We usually optimize our games for a certain millisecond rate, like for example 300 milliseconds, and we go by that, assuming that the packet loss and everything. If we don't do it, then whoever's got the fastest quarter will get the best service. We always try to balance it for an average millisecond ping time.
Okay. Red alert.
Red alert. I never played the first one, but we had the second one and it was good. Not on PlayStation though, on PC.
Yeah, I never played a Red Alert game.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. They have a lot of like FMV cutscenes for the campaign, and they're really funny.
Yeah, see, I've heard about that. Like, I've seen a bit of like Red Alert 3, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like one of the more recent ones, and I was like, man, I respect that, because like it's very B movie, and anybody that knows me knows I like B movie stuff.
Yeah, the FMEs are very B movie. I remember really enjoying them as a kid. I never got far enough to finish the campaign because I was bad at the game. But yeah.
Oh, Megan, I'm sure you could do it.
I could probably do it now. But back then I was like, oh man, I want to build Tesla troopers because they got lightning guns, and then tanks just ran me over.
All right, who wants to watch Megan do a Let's Play series, stream series of Command and Conquer?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't be too into that.
I mean, I think it would be fun, but I don't really record my gameplay. I just play for fun.
Yeah, true. What was this game?
Oh, Draken.
Did this game come out?
I think so.
So I never hear you talk about it. And you love your dragons.
Well, yeah, I remember playing a demo for this game. I remember for the longest time I couldn't figure out what this game was called.
That's Glover.
I never actually picked it up though. I think it goes for a decent amount of money.
You should buy it and play it and live out your dream.
I just searched it up on Amazon because I was curious, and they have the strategy guide on here.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Pac-Man.
You know, I want to, just because we saw Glover before Pac-Man, I wanted to say, well, I also want to buy Glover at some point.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I like Glover. I don't like what happened to Glover, because I think I don't know for sure, I think some asshole, like, bought Glover. Like, literally bought it from the devs. And has been, like, very, very, like, copyright heavy. Like, literally, if you play Glover, like, on YouTube, I'm gonna strike you, or something like that. I think. I don't know for sure. And I think, I don't know, I just think I heard something about, like, the guy being a total asshole.
Oh, okay.
Now, I could be wrong. I don't know him, obviously. This is all just like from what I think I remember hearing, and even then, the people telling me this could have been wrong. Tonic trouble, but that's what I heard. Also, what?
Oh, I saw they were doing Tales of Destiny there too.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. People have been asking for them to do ports of Tales of Destiny 2, because I don't think that one ever got localized here.
Oh, really? And is
Yeah.
that part of the Tales of games?
Yeah, apparently they're pretty good. I've never played them, but...
See, I don't know when he existed before Symphonia. Symphonia is the one I always hear about.
Yeah, I think Tales of Destiny and Destiny 2 were like the second and third game. The very first one was Tales of Fantasia.
Ah, okay.
Also, I looked up Draken. It actually doesn't really go for that much. It's like $14.75 USD.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. The video decided to die for no reason at all, as far as I can tell. Right when Buck Bumble came on. I think I just got so excited that Buck Bumble was here that the recording couldn't take it. Because Buck Bumble, dude, it's so great. I love Buck Bumble. So I have Buck Bumble. I own it. I recently picked it up. Hoping to play it sometime soon. Like, look at it.
It looks like a cool and interesting game.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on the recording now, just to be safe. Yeah, no, Buck Bumble is a very, very dear game to me. Mostly for the intro, main menu, which is just the best video game rap. I think it's considered a rap you could ever hear. It's like so perfect. Megan, I might have to show that to you as well before you go to bed tonight. Look, there's a lot, okay?
Oh, but it's getting late.
Shh, they don't know that.
I mean, yeah, by late I mean it's like 11 in the morning. You'll never know.
Yeah, you'll never know. It's pretty. So I think she said 11 in the morning because I think it's actually 11 at night. Is that what you said? Oh no. What time is it? What time? Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's either late or it's early. That's all that matters. Darkstalkers with Felicia, Morgan, and Lilith. I really only know about those three. Not for the reason a lot of people probably think. I just know people like them. People talk about them all the time. Probably because they got big booba, and one's a cat girl, right? X-Men, X Street Fighter. I do think this is pretty interesting. Interesting crossover.
I do like how the characters are drawn in the style of X-Men. It's nice.
It is very nice. I do like that. I'm pretty sure I would have been Team X-Men because I think I really, really liked the X-Men back then. Also, Freestyle Borden. Once again, another snowboarding game, right?
Yeah.
Really showing its popularity for this time period. Oops. Hey, Megan, you think we'll be seeing, like, Tony Hawk at some point?
I assume we'll be seeing it at least in the next E3 or two. I don't remember when it came out, but...
Yeah, it was like 99 or 2000 or something.
Yeah, also Breath of Fire.
Breath of Fire 3, woo! He's home. Omnicron. Never heard of this one. Oh. Yeah, I can't tell if that's supposed to happen.
A little buggy.
A little bit. Either buggy or just really early in development.
I mean, I think it's early, because even walking down that corridor, there's a lot of walls that were flickering in and out.
Yeah, true. Good point. Vermin. Which, to me personally, kind of looks a lot like Dig Dug.
Yeah, it's Dig Dug, but you're like a little alien or something.
That's probably a good description of it.
Well, yeah. Daikatana.
Daikatana. Don't know much about Daikatana.
I don't know much either, aside from it was, like, really hyped, and then people went into the game, and it just was really bad.
Oh, is it really? Is it actually bad?
I've heard it's bad. People thought it was gonna be like the next Quake, and then it just
Oh,
was, like, really clunky or something. I've never played it, though, so I can't say myself.
well, here's the thing with that, right? It was hyped up to be the next Quake. The Quake 2
Yeah.
came out and literally was the best one that there could possibly be.
Yeah.
Because Quake 2
That was a
was
big part of
like
it too, was
perfect.
Quake 2 came out at the same time.
Yeah.
That's kinda cool.
Yeah, it does. What was this one?
Oh,
Oh, you're an alien.
apparently.
Quit. And guys are like, I don't want to see that no more. Yeah, I feel like I played a fishing game very similar to this.
Yeah, okay. I've never played anything like this, so it's kinda cool.
Yeah, believe it or not, I used to be pretty into fishing games for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why.
That's why you like the fishing mini games so much.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I do like fishing mini games, even ones that other people hate.
Oh.
But
Well, I just realized rewatching this is Deception. So I never played, like, the original one, but a few years ago, they had Deception 4 that was on the Vita, and I did play that a little bit before I ended up trading it in. So I guess it's from the same series.
it might be from the same series. There you go. Technically, another snowboarding game. I guess this would technically be more of a skateboarding game, huh?
Yeah. It's giving me, Spyro skateboarding vibes.
Oh no.
I mean, we're still a ways from that one because that came out in, like, what, 2001?
The Spyro skateboarding?
Or, like,
Maybe.
Spyro 3.
Yeah. Was that in 3, not in 2?
I think it was only in 3. Pretty sure.
I don't remember. That game looked cool.
Yeah.
Guess that's the end.
Yeah, looks like we're done.
All right, pretty cool though. A lot going on. I did like that, honestly. A lot of bangers. Once again, some games I didn't recognize or know, but yeah, pretty fun overall, I'd say. Now,
Yeah.
I know earlier I said that I found 2 of these that we'd probably watch. I don't know if I'll actually do the other one. I think we got a pretty good, breadth for what's in this one, right? We got a
Yeah.
wide range. We got to see other like things that I thought might only be in the other one. Maybe we'll skim through it. Maybe Megan and I will just skim through it and just see if it's worth like doing, because it'll probably just be a lot of the same games, which wouldn't be really all that exciting anyway. So we'll see. Like I said, we'll probably skim through it and just see if we do that one. If we don't, though, 98. What do you think of 98?
I think overall it was, like, an okay year. Obviously not as good as 97 from what we saw. But there's still a lot of good stuff that came out. A lot of games that I've never seen or heard of, so I'm assuming they probably didn't do too well.
Potentially. I mean, I do agree. I think 97 was pretty peak. 98 seemed good. It had Buck Bumble. So automatically that definitely puts it up a notch. But I think you're right. I think 97 is just a bit of a superior year. But not a slouch though. Like definitely no slouching. A lot of snowboarding games, because I guess it was starting to get popular at the time.
Yeah.
As we talked about, not as many sports games besides snowboarding.
Yeah, like there was a couple basketball and football games, but not nearly as much as there was the last couple years.
Not nearly as much. Still a decent amount of fighters, though. Fighters still seem pretty big, and the FPSs seem to be getting there. Starting to see a couple of RTSs now, too, show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, yeah, pretty decent. I enjoy 98. Not as much as 97, but overall, pretty good year. I mean, hey, Spyro and Crash 3, right? Those are also pretty top quality.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I don't know if we'll do the other one. If we do, you'll either see it next time or you'll see 99. You'll know if we do it if you see 99 next. Or you'll know that we don't do it if you see 99 next. So yeah, pretty all right overall. I enjoyed that. I'm still enjoying the E3s. Yeah. Even if this one wasn't like quite as good, I'm still having fun. Which is interesting because I know there are some E3s. Now, for those that have seen me like watch the E3 stuff like live, right, will know that some E3s have bored me before. So I find it really interesting that with this one, maybe because it's show floor stuff and it's not just people talking. But like there's something about this that I'm really enjoying where it's like, you know, but for later E3s, I know there are going to be some where I'm just going to be sitting through the presentations and going, oh my God, there's nothing here. Right. And you know what? I know when it happens too. It's literally the era of motion controls. I know the era of motion controls specifically is when it became pretty boring because everybody was like, okay, we need motion controls. We need motion games. And that's all it became for like a whole year, I think. And it's like, I'm not interested. I want to watch like Elmo read a book adventure or something like that. Yeah, I want to play real, quote unquote, real video games. You know.
Yeah.
So I know that when that year pops up, I already know I'm not gonna be checking out. I'll probably have fun because I have Megan here first off, and it's not just me watching it like I did back then. Because obviously I didn't stream or anything, so it was just me like sitting here by my computer watching. On GameStop, I think GameSpot. I think I watched it on GameSpot, and just like being bored and going like, motion controls, PlayStation Move, Connect. Oh, look, it's Milo. We will talk about Milo when we get there.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I know some E3s are gonna bore me, but so far from 95 all the way up to 98, I've been engaged. You know. So we'll see how long that lasts. We'll see what year is the first year to make me go, man, do I really got to sit through this? You know? Or if it actually makes me speed through a presentation. Because I will be honest, I don't really plan currently on fast forwarding through the presentations. I feel like those should be watched as they were.
Yeah.
But if I get to a point where I'm like, okay, no, I need to fast forward through this to keep my sanity, then you'll know that's probably when I'm broken and I'm not enjoying it as much. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. All right, Megan, retroactively go back in time and make all those E3s good.
Yeah, they're good now.
All right, perfect. I guess that is the end for now, though. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We hope you all enjoyed. But for now, it is time we cue the outro. Frag out, and we shall catch you guys later.
Bye.